Once again, a very good evening and welcome aboard.
The Concourse dashboard has widgets that are going to let your company and legal department blast off into the stratosphere. Just like an airplane pilot sitting in the cockpit, he controls the plane with his large dashboard. Well, you have the same power and control with Concourse. It will allow you to control all of the matters and all of the different issues that come across your legal department. Rather than going into meetings and boardroom discussions with lots of legal pads and manila folders, you're going to become a business partner and business executive with the other CEOs and business partners that you have at the company and within the firm. And you'll be able to print out reports and come up with statistics and no longer just be seen as a legal person, but you'll also be seen as a business partner. Matters by area of law lets you chart in a pie graph exactly where all the different legal matters stand within your department. Do you have any criminal issues? Are there litigation issues? Are there antitrust issues? Intellectual property? You'll be able to see what percentage each of these legal matters and issues takes up and how much they make in all the matters that your company and legal department currently faces. Legislative tracking lets you see how Capitol Hill and what the legislators and regulators and how they're affecting your company. Legislative tracking allows you to get to your dashboard pushed the newest legislation, regulations, and proposed laws that are going to affect your company and your business. But you'll get them in real time right there each day as they're being proposed and as they're being debated and as they're being potentially passed. All pilots have a good checklist where they inspect the airplane and inspect all of their gadgets and all the things that they're going to be using to fly the plane, and everything is important for safety. Well, you have the same thing on the dashboard on Concourse. You have a task list. It's going to show your tasks from the matter room, and it's going to provide a snapshot of what you're going to need to face that day and exactly the order of what you need to do to keep up and keep your legal department running smoothly. Planes are frequently in a holding pattern, particularly when they're waiting for takeoff or they're waiting to land, waiting for their turn. Well, the same thing's true in litigation. When you have to do legal holds and you have to put different matters and different issues on hold and ask your custodians to keep track of things that are involved in that litigation, you have right there on your dashboard a widget, a legal holds widget that sends out the letters and the notices and keeps everything waiting and allows you to make sure that you're going to operate in an efficient manner that will meet the requirements of the courts. Airline transportation is a heavily regulated industry. The Airline Transportation and Safety Administration keeps track of everything that goes on with planes and keeps the safety so that we haven't had any accidents. In that same exact way, the Westlaw Next Legal Research Box allows you to keep track of all the regulations and do all the legal research that you need to keep your corporation flying high and keep your corporation in the air. Just as the pilot collaborates with his co-pilot and the whole crew flying the plane, you'll also, in the Matter Room Status Notes widget on the dashboard, be able to collaborate with all the others who are working on a particular matter. You're going to be able to, in Matter Room Status Notes, do a streaming list so that as any changes are made or any updates or any additions are made into the issues that you're working on, you'll know about those and be able to work effectively with your entire crew. Just as the airline pilot knows always what status of the plane is, what path it's taking, and what elevation it's flying at, you'll know exactly what elevation and what status all of your matters are at. Through the Matters by Status, you'll be able to create charts of matters that are closed and where they are and what's the next step in the matters that are in front of you. The same as an airline pilot knows what's the next step in which the direction that the plane is headed. Before you take off in the airplane, they have the pre-flight takeoff talk, where the stewardess tells everyone a checklist of what they need to do in case there's any trouble during the flight. Well, you have that same kind of a link on the Concourse dashboard. It's called the Select Product link. In that Select Product link, when you click on the drop down, it has links to Matter Room, quick link to Serengeti, quick link to Legislative Tracking, quick link to Legal Hold, a quick link to News, and also to the Westlaw Next Research Bar. so that there's a checklist of all the products that will keep your company safe and flying high and soaring at high altitudes.
Once again, a very good evening and welcome aboard.